All right. What's up? Good morning. All right, we got a couple more minutes till that 5-minute. A couple more minutes till that 5-minute opens. I mean that range. All right. Let's see. All right. Let me go up to the 5-minute. We're super bullish right now. Until structure starts to change, we're very bullish. I mean, we're at all-time highs, so. All right. Some pretty decent volatility. We got VWAP down there. So we got the 200. We got where's the wait? What the heck? NQ. I'm trying to. All right. All right, we're good. Wait. Okay. So we got VWAP down here, so let's see what happens if price could possibly bounce off a VWAP. To be honest, man, it's like I don't like that we're at all-time highs. I don't like that. But we'll see. Because if I get a short setup at all-time highs, I hate that. It's general rule is to not short all-time highs, but so I prefer a bullish setup. If we can get a bullish setup here, I would love that. Government shutdown affected and canceled. You read? Did it really? Thanks for reminding me about news. I forgot. I don't know. I always forget about news, man. That's like, for some reason, it's such a hard thing for me to remember. Check news. Check news. All right, today, Thursday, October 2nd. Yeah, we got no news today, pretty much. What does tentative mean? So that's good. No news that we need to really worry about. So that's already a plus. But that could also be a negative, right? If we have no news today, who knows if price goes sideways. Hopefully that's not the case, but hold on. Oh, there it is. All right. There's that 5-minute range, so right. So far, we're looking pretty good. I like this so far. All right. There's that 5-minute range set. Let's drop down to a 1-minute chart and kind of see what happens here. Hopefully, right, if we can break below this 5-minute range and then get buyers to start stepping in again aggressively, pretty much like similar to what happened yesterday. Yeah, it's starting to look good. We're at VWAP right now, so we're in a good area potentially for a reversal if we do get it. We got a gap up there that potentially would need to get filled, so I got to keep that in mind if I'm going to be in if I get into a long position. I got to keep in mind that there's an imbalance right there. There's a lot of resistance in this area, so this, having a profit target right before that imbalance would not be a bad idea if the risk to reward, is there. This is NASDAQ. This is the MNQ chart because I'm trading the micros. So, all right. So far looking so good. So far looking so good. All right, let's see how we get this close. I'm looking on right quick. I'll show you. If we go to the 15-minute chart, let's see. Let's see what we have here. We have some liquidity down here, so if price takes out that liquidity, possibly we can get a start, you know, a little bit of a support down here. So, see if price takes out that liquidity. I'm going to be watching that right there. That's that. Let me actually, that's 25074 level. So, are you using PropFirm? Yes. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Hold on. My bad. My bad. I'm going to be looking at this possibly right here. If we can sweep out that 074 level here, if price maybe comes down, sweeps out that level, starts to confirm, you know, bullish closures back into this range, leaving behind imbalances. We're about to sweep that level, so 074. All right, there we go, pretty much sweeping it. Almost. Let me drop down to 1 minute. Not quite double bottoming, but we're below view op right now. We're below view op, so let's see what. Hold on. This is pissing me off. I'm also gonna be I have some other accounts that I'm just gonna be having fun with. I have this my main strategy that I wait for patiently, and I'm gonna have some other accounts that I'm just gonna try to scalp with. But nothing serious. If I see like good setups that, you know, they're not my strategy, but I want to try them, I'll take it on those other accounts. So kind of two separate accounts. And that's if like, let me see, I'm trying to do something real quick. And that's if, and those other accounts, like if we get closures below this 5 minute and we start trending below the 5 minute, I'll be trying to scalp the direction, right? So if we're bearish, close below the 5 minute, if we hold the trend below the 5 minute, I'd try to scalp that. Since I'm not gonna, you know, since that shows me I'm not gonna get a setup for my other strategy that I wait for, I'll try to trade the other accounts, try to scalp them. So I'm just not, you know, just sitting here. So, all right. So far, we're getting a pretty bearish close below that range, unless you know, buyers start to step in aggressively. There's no point of trying to short this or long it. I mean, long it, not short it. Short it, I mean, it could all right, at this point, I may be switching to my other accounts. Because at this point, I don't think I'm going to get a setup on this account, right? Because what I typically wait for that strategy, like I used yesterday, right? Closure below this 5 minute range. And then I want buyers to start stepping in. But at this point, for this strategy, we've pushed down so far that, right, even if price does come back up and start closing back into the range, that risk to reward is so bad that it's not worth taking. So I'm gonna be switching to my other accounts and try to see if I can scalp something on those accounts. Now that I think we're gonna hold bearish. But hold on, give me a second. Let me switch real quick. PA1. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Only thing that sucks, a little tedious trying to change all this on the copy trader to make sure I got it all set up perfectly so nothing goes wrong. PA1, double check real quick. All right, I think I'm good. We're still dropping. So I got it set up for these accounts. That first strategy that I used that I used yesterday to catch that nice trade. I'm not gonna be doesn't look like that's gonna happen today. Looks like today's could be like a trend down day where we're so far below this 5-minute that now, right? Like I said, if I pop up, even if it pops up and confirms a long for me up here, obviously I'm like the risk to reward for that next level of liquidity for that strategy doesn't make sense. So I'm gonna try to scalp on these other accounts. Possibly if price kind of runs up here, maybe try to look for a short in this area right here for a quick scalp. Now for these accounts, I'm gonna be scalping the crap out of them. I'm not gonna be holding for as long as I do for my other accounts. I'm gonna be trying to just a quick scalp them. $10 a.m. reversal would also hit the grass. Yeah, looks like we could. If you switch that, what's it called? 15-minute chart. Right, we are starting to come down to an area where price could reverse. We have this kind of liquidity right there that just got swept. So as it comes down, this is even a better area right here. I don't know if you can see that. Hold on. To the left right there. So that's even a better level, because if that level pretty much aligns with this 200, so there's a decent amount of support there. So you kind of don't know which liquidity is it going to sweep and then run off of. So this is it's trying, as you see, it's trying to run off that one. But if it fails, it's going to go lower until it gets enough buyers to really start stepping in. Caught that dump. Nice. What are ICT kills? I'm not sure. I don't trade ICT, so I don't know. Right, like even like a short in this area where this 5-minute high is, trying to scalp that. I think I'd give it a, kind of give it a stab there. But these are my other accounts. These aren't the accounts that I usually am like super patient for in the other strategy. So just be mindful of that. Like I'm not. Just because that setup, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So I'm patient for those accounts. I've been doing pretty good on those accounts, so I don't want to screw things up and try to. My goal. Hold on. Are you still good? Alright, we're good. My goal for these, what was I about to say? Crap. Oh, my goal for my other accounts with that strategy that I use, the strategy that I use, I'm hoping by December I can take out a, like if I continue down the path I've been going for the whole month, you know, if I keep doing that till December, I should be able to take out a $20,000 payout. But here's the question, it's like, taking out a $20,000 payout at the end of the year kind of sucks. Because then you have to, you know, pay taxes on it in April versus if I wait to take that payout in January, then I don't have to pay taxes on it till next year. That's the only thing that kind of sucks about taking payouts in December. What website? Oh, you're asking. I use Forex Factory, yeah. Forex Factory is like one of the best free websites. Oh, do we have? Thanks for reminding me. Do we have any gaps on the? What gaps do we? Holy crap! We're super. Bro, we were bullish all freaking morning long. All pre-market, it's been so bullish. And then all of a sudden, you get this monster candle to the downside. Look at that. Look at this 15-minute candle. Look at all pre-market log. Look at this. Uptrend, higher highs. That first 15-minute candle just boom. It pretty much all that profit for the whole pre-market just went away. Not profit, I'm talking about uptrend. Crazy, and we're still going lower. How does taxes work for trading? Well, it depends. If you trade a live account, it's different. If you trade prop firm accounts, if you get paid out from prop firms, you're treated as like a subcontractor. So you get a 1099. It's called Forex Factory. What's up? Bro, I'm not that old. What y'all call me Unk for? Damn. I'm making me feel like I'm a... Alright. We're still dropping. I wouldn't mind thinking of a like a short possibly if we can get a good short setup up here. I wouldn't mind scalping that. Difference between a live account and a prop firm account. A live account is your own money. Prop firm account is usually you're in a simulated account where you can actually take real payouts. So prop firm is a lot more scalable than a live. Oh, I mean, live account's scalable too, but copy trading on prop firms is where it gets powerful. Anything past 25 is unk. Damn. Dang, I've been unk status for a good minute. I mean, I am an unk. My brother's got kids, so I am an uncle. So you under 30? No, I'm actually exactly 30. I turned 30 this year. Man, I feel old. No, I am an unk. But when y'all say unk, y'all make me feel like some kind of senior citizen or something. Alright, starting to get trading tips. Biggest advice I would give is be patient. Have a strategy that you back tested and are confident in. So when you back test the strategy for, you know, months and you know what to do, and you're like you've done your back testing, I need to do 1, 2, 3, and I enter the trade. Based on that, it's been profitable based on my back testing. So all you need to do is just follow that plan, right? When you did the back testing, all you have to do is follow the plan, be confident in it, and over time, just stick to that plan. Don't take any dumb trades. If you want to take stupid trades, you can buy like an eval, whatever, to blow. But don't have an account where you take seriously, where you only wait for good setups and grow those accounts. But don't try to just like, a lot of people, they try to like trade one strategy, another strategy. They, you know, oh, the stock's pushing, the market's pushing up, so let me buy here, and then just buying at random areas, and it doesn't work good in the long run. You want to be consistent, and you want to see your data. That's why I say with certain accounts, or a group of accounts, or per account, have specific strategies. For this account, if you want to try to trade something else, have other accounts that you try to trade that. But you want to be in control of your data and see if your data starts to change, and pay attention to your losing trades. And you know, it's all patience and discipline. You need to realize that not being in a trade is a position too. You being risk off is a position too. You're playing defense, right? You don't need to be getting into every single little uptrend. That's where people get screwed up, is they think that action is productivity in trading, but in trading it's the opposite. It's you don't get paid for taking trades. You get paid for making the correct, you know, executions according to your strategy. That's where you get paid. If your strategy is profitable. Yes, futures. Bro, focus. But there's nothing, like, I would like to take a short on these accounts, but I'm not going short down here, because at any moment this thing can reverse. And we're almost at 10 a.m. So we're almost at that reversal area at that time. So last thing I want to do is go short and this thing rip up like 50 points. So I would like to wait I would like to possibly wait for price to maybe come back up to like this view up area, this 5-minute range bottom, for price to maybe come back and then start kind of reversing back down. But like I said, these accounts, I'm gonna be scalping these accounts. I'm trying to I have some leftover accounts from a while ago that I kind of got a little messed up with the whole tariff thing on these accounts, so I still have them. So I'm gonna try to scalp my way out of the drawdown in these accounts. But my other accounts, I'm doing really good, so that's why I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna stick to that strategy on my other accounts, and in the meantime, while I don't have setups on the other account, I'm just gonna try to scalp these. My life, please don't copy me. You're gonna get wrecked. what's your strategy? So my strategy that I've been kind of trading for the past month. Well, I've been trading this strategy on live, and so the strategy for my other accounts are this 15-minute range right here, right? What I wait for is price to break out of the 15-minute range, close back into the range, forming a bullish imbalance, and then I kind of take a long off that bullish imbalance to the next liquidity point. Pretty much what happened yesterday. So that's for my other group of accounts. These group of accounts, I'm going to be scalping. Kind of like just areas that I think are good areas to try to scalp off of. How many PAs you have? I currently have 10 funded accounts. So I have 10 PA accounts, and then I'm trying to get 7 more. My goal is to get to 30 PA accounts. That's my ultimate goal. Is to get to 30 funded accounts that I copy trade. So that would be like 20 accounts with Apex. 20 accounts with Apex, 5 accounts with Take Profit Trader, and then 5 more with Tradeify. And I could probably even get more than 30, because I think other ones you can get 5 more. But 30 I think is a pretty good area to be in. It's like, that's my goal. Yeah, I got PAs. Yesterday I did the opposite of what you did, brother. I mean, no disrespect at all. Yeah, I mean, I just follow, I follow my strategy. That's it, right? It's either I don't take a trade at all on those accounts, or I follow my strategy. If my strategy says to go long, I go long. And the good thing about my strategy is I don't have a bias, right? I don't have a bias, so I wake up in the morning, when I hop on the chart, like even today's a perfect example of not necessarily having a bias is a good thing, right? How many people today, realistically, think about this. How many people you think woke up today, right? Saw this price action right here and were immediately bullish biased, right? They're immediately like, all right, this is super bullish. I'm going long. So they tried to go long, it swept this low, they tried to go long, and they continue trying to go long and continue getting wrecked because they're so focused on one bias that they get wrecked. I mean, everything about this structure here looks bullish until this one run candle. So that's why I kind of have that 5-minute range. I'm not biased. So if price breaks below the 5-minute range, starts pushing up and confirms a long, hey, I'll take the long. Same goes for shorts. If price would have pushed up, closed above this 5-minute range, and then started pushing down and gave me a short setup, I would go short. The only time I'm really careful about if I do get a setup, and if I do get a setup, is if I'm trying to go short, like if I have a setup forming for my strategy, and it's a setup to go short, and view up is right there, that's when I may not take the trade. Even though the setup is there, I may not take it just because I don't want to short into view up. It typically bounces off of view up. So in those kind of situations, even though I get a setup, I may not take it. Or if I do take it, I'll take it on very light size. But yeah, I would say don't be married to one direction. Like, allow your bias to be able to change, because price is always changing, structure's changing. So you don't want to be so focused on one direction that you fail to see if price wants to move up. And a lot of traders find themselves fighting what price wants to do, right? If they go short and this thing stops them out, right? And then they try to go short again and it stops them out, and the price just keeps wanting to go up, but you keep shorting, doing the opposite of what price wants, is showing you that it wants to do. I was thinking short because I checked 8:30 a.m. candle to know what would happen at open. Yeah, I mean, and all you could do if you have a strategy that's, you know, if you have a strategy that's profitable, all you could do is follow your strategy, right? If your strategy says to go short, I mean, go short. If your strategy says to go long, go long. But I don't think you should ever be like so married to a bias that you're constantly so focused in on that bias that it screws up your like price action analysis. UNH? What the heck is UNH? Is that a stock? What's VWAP? Is VWAP? It's volume weighted average price. Oh, okay. Yeah, backtesting is like, bro, do the backtesting. I never got a software. Maybe it's worth looking into a software. I always did my manual backtesting, but backtesting is where it's at. That's where you can gain the confidence for your strategy, right? If you have a specific setup where price has to do this, it has to do this, and then it has to do this for me to get into a trade, right? If you have specific criteria and you backtest it and you're like, well, I've done backtesting for, say, 2 months, and 2 months isn't a lot of backtesting, but you get more confidence, right? You're like, all right, this has been profitable for the past 2 months, so, you know, I'm just gonna stick to it and let the numbers play out, even if, you know, that's all you could really do is follow your plan. What trade is? I've never used it. I'm assuming you mean Tradester? I never used it. I mean, I think it's legit. But no news Thursday mostly doesn't go like this. Yeah. Yeah, I said that. It's a no news day, so so far, we're not getting sideways, really, action. I mean, we're getting some moves, but I wouldn't mind possibly try to take a short off, have a stop up here, try to take a short off this imbalance here for a quick scalp. But like I said, I'm having fun with these accounts. This isn't my other strategy, so if I take a loss, don't be like, oh man. I'm just trying to have some fun with these accounts and seeing what I can get at. Longs? No. So far, no. I'm more short biased as of now. For my other, like I said, for my other setup, even if the setup happens, the risk to reward is such garbage that I wouldn't even take that setup. So for these accounts, I would possibly be looking to scalp it short, right? Now, when I say short, I'm not like thinking all the way back down. When I say short, I'm talking about maybe scalp it for like a good like 30, 40 points maybe. We got some imbalances. We got this one imbalance up here, which looks pretty good because it aligns with this 5-minute bottom and the 200 day. I mean, not day. 200 EMA is right there. Oh, we have VWAP. I didn't even notice that. So we're rejecting off VWAP right there. That was VWAP. That sucks a little bit, actually. I didn't realize that VWAP is right there. Yeah, that kind of sucks for this. Never mind. All right, give me a second. I'll be back in a second. All right, are we actually confirming like an uptrend here? Looks like it's trying to actually start going up, but it doesn't have the actual, it doesn't have the momentum. We're at 10 o'clock. Kind of worried about shorting this too, because this is like, we'll give it a try. We'll see. It looks like it wants to keep going up. I think you should long as IFEG at 635. Let's see. I mean, we have a cut. We have a lot of bearish imbalances right there, so we haven't really tapped into this imbalance yet. It's very heavy to the downside. And like to take a long, right? To kind of long into all these imbalances is kind of not smart either. I am currently, like, for scalps, I'm more short biased. Like, I would like to take a potential short. Maybe this imbalance here. Have a stop up here somewhere. Take a quick scalp off it. But I think for me, that would be the best scenario as of now. The only thing is we would be at VWAP. A little scary, but... 24 950s. I mean, I think this has still room to go lower. We're very, and mind you, let's look at this hourly chart real quick. All right, so we're bouncing off of an hourly imbalance right there. I didn't even notice that. So we have an hourly imbalance right there. So that's why it bounced there. We have some support. So it tapped into that imbalance, and now we're getting a rip out of it. Now, 15-minute chart. All right, we got room to the 200 still there, technically. We still got more room to the downside if it... 5-minute chart. See, now 5-minute chart, we're kind of like now... trying to roll over here off the 200. So I mean, in my eyes, it's pretty bearish. I mean, look at all these imbalances here. Even the 15-minute chart, right? We got a massive imbalance. So For price to run through all those imbalances is going to take a decent amount of strength. And I don't know if a no news Thursday has the strength to do that. And generally, right, the general rule of thumb is when we're below VWAP, we're bearish. The general sentiment. So we're pretty bearish right now because we're below VWAP. If you start getting above VWAP, which VWAP is right above this price right here. If we would start to get like push really heavy above this price, start closing way up here and confirming an uptrend, that's different. Then you're starting to get market sentiment change to bullishness, but on the 1 minute at least. Now the higher time frames are still bearish, but like this 1 minute doesn't tell you that it wants to go higher. There is news? There's no news today. I mean, it's like yellow folder. I don't consider that really. Yellow folder is not going to do much. Delta Footprint telling me sellers are getting absorbed. Buyers are sending this to new highs by 04. Possibly. I mean, I'm not saying that can't happen. That could definitely happen considering all pre-market long we were. But it's so far price is not confirmed that it wants to go higher. It's starting to confirm. This is like the first signs of confirmation for me, right? You're getting a higher low, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low. So if it starts breaking out higher lows, that's a good sign for bulls. But doesn't have the full confirmation yet. What broker can I use to trade? I mean, you could use whatever broker. I mean, Ninja Trader is a popular broker. That's what I use, Ninja Trader. So I can't talk about any other brokers because I've never used. As far as futures platform. You don't use any volume indicators? No, I don't. I don't use volume indicators. I just look at price action. I can kind of see you can kind of see by the candlesticks how buyers are stepping, how aggressive buyers are and sellers, and but volume is it's a good indicator to use. I just don't use it. I don't need to. I don't like to if I already have a strategy that works really well, I don't like to to add more things to it. Because what you could find yourself when you have a good balance of your strategy, if you start to add more things to it, like at a certain point, certain indicators start to contradict each other. Like everything may look good, but now you have this indicator that's telling you not to long anymore, to go short. And then you have this indicator telling you to go short. And then you have this indicator telling you to go long. It's like too many contradictions. So I just strictly try to look at price action. That's why you see my chart is clean, right? I don't have a lot of like these lines are lines that I've drawn. This 200 day, I mean, that's pretty much 200 EMA, some pivot points. So I try to keep my chart very clean to be able to see price action. Yeah, it's the 1 minute chart. So now, right now, hypothetically, if I was wanting to take a short at this imbalance over here, right? I understand that it's got to be a scalp because price could confirm to go bullish, and price could tap into this imbalance, pull back, hold this as support, and go higher. So can't really expect too much if you're trying to short right there, because it could possibly, highest probability would be to kind of retest this old resistance level to go higher. We've already been coming up into that 5 minute gap. Are you thinking bearish or bullish? So on a 1 minute chart, so far this is bearish, but it's starting to confirm like it may want to turn bullish, right? Although it may turn bullish, I still may take a short just because I'm going to be scalping, so that's fine. I'm not trying to go for... Yeah, buyers aren't that strong today. They're not really, like, you could see, like, they're trying to push it up. They're getting some momentum, but then, like, sellers are pretty aggressive. Every little buy up, look at these red candles, right? You do get some pretty good sized green candles, but, you know, you get a little bit of green, and then a massive red candle. Then you get some pretty good buying pressure, and then massive red candle. A little bit of green and a massive red candle. So you can see how aggressive sellers are just based on candlesticks alone, right? Hola. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I don't know why. Wait, let me read here. For some reason, it's due to shutdown, sellers might be more aggressive than the buyers. Yeah, it's honestly, I'm kind of interested to see how this affects the shutdown. Like, so far, price action has been pretty good with the shutdown. Ain't gonna lie. What are we looking at? NASDAQ. No, that's all I know in Spanish. I know very few things in Spanish. I know dineros. I know mucho trabajo. I know, what else do I know? I know cheeseburguesa. I used to, when I was, a long time ago, I used to go to, my parents used to have a catering business, and I used to go with them to construction sites. So I know a little bit of Spanish. Who got that big drop this morning? Not me. We're getting some, what's going on here? Some pretty aggressive. See, look how aggressive the sellers are. Any little push up, it just gets sold off immediately. It just took out this high, and now we're dropping right back down. And we're at view up, so that's also another reason why price is having such a hard time getting through this level, because it's view up. Does Ninja Trader also trade on gold? I'm not sure. Yeah, you could do. Let me check. I mean, there's yeah, there's Forex on Ninja Trader. Ninja Trader has futures, indices, Forex, Dow Jones, crypto. I only trade NASDAQ though. I caught a 3-to-1 sell. I entered short before 9:30. Had a liquidity sweep. Formed a IFEG. Nice. Let me see. As long as, if you had a plan, right? If you had a plan, liquidity sweep, IFEG, I took a short, I targeted these lows because of this and this, and you had a plan and you made money, that's a W. But if you went short just because price was dropping just a little bit and you have no idea why you really went short, like you didn't have a plan and you made a lot of money, that I don't consider that a W. But if you had a plan, like IFEG, liquidity sweep, you know, that's good. You stuck to your plan, you made money. Even if that would have been a loss, it still would have been a good trade because you stuck to your plan. So, what IFEG? Did you take it on a 5-minute? Trying to look for the IFEG. Oh, I see it, yeah. I see it. But that was a... I'm assuming you went... You marked it out on a... Oh, 1 minute? Because I see there's a 5 minute... There's a 5 minute IFEG and a liquidity sweep. But this one candle dropped so fast that... I mean, you do have a tiny one here. Hold on. You do have this, like... I mean, you have one right there, I guess. I mean, you have... It's hard to say. You have a tiny... Super tiny one right there, but... Which it did... It swept liquidity, IFEG, and then... And you have this one, too. I mean, this one would have been the better one, obviously. This one right here. Yeah, this one right here wouldn't have been bad because you have this structure that gets broken with that IFEG. So, but, I mean, you kind of would have to enter way down here, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's like, but... Alright, let's see what price is doing. Get distracted. I may scalp this. If it actually does get there, I may take a quick scalp. Don't follow me. These are just like fun. This is a fun account. This isn't me taking like a serious trade like I do on my other accounts where I'm patient for. I would like to get these accounts out of drawdown. That's what I'm trying to... I have had these accounts for so long and I haven't been trading them. They've just been sitting there. Can you show me how it was a sweep? I mean, it was just a 1 minute sweep because we were at all-time highs. So, I mean, it was a 1 minute sweep. It's typically 1 minute sweeps don't hold a lot of weight. It's usually like when you take a sweep on a 5 minute or a 15 minute sweep, that holds more weight than a 1 minute. So like in hold on, let me, I'll show you, but I'm trying to see if I can quickly maybe catch a scalp here. But you could see, I mean, it was a tiny like 1 minute, how it kind of broke those highs, formed some structure, broke the structure. So but it wasn't a higher time frame sweep. Like, see 5 minute? See how we had this high? We had kind of this high, it got swept and then rolled over, but you can kind of say that was kind of a sweep. But it did close pretty heavy above it. So I used to kind of try to trade IFEGs and liquidity sweep. Like, I used to try to trade that. I don't know, it didn't work too well for me. And that's a part of trading. A strategy that works well for one person may not work well for somebody else. Like, there are strategies that I've tried before where people are like seems like they're making pretty good money on it. It seems like it works, but I just can't execute on that strategy. So the strategy I use now is, I love that strategy. You have to be patient for it sometimes because you may not get a setup every single day, but it's like when you're patient for them, you get setups and you make money. You know, obviously there's losing trades, but like the past month, I had like one losing trade the past month. Now I didn't get a setup every day, but Oh, said was wrong. I was here. 500 made had 500, made an extra band. Nice. Yeah, if you capitalized on that short, that is another thing. Like traders struggle with is holding their like profits. That's something that I'm trying to maybe would be good to learn from my other the other strategy that I use. I'm gonna hold runners or something. I may start implementing that, trying to hold some kind of a runner, at least one contract runner, to try to capitalize. Like if I can make an extra, you know, 150, 200 bucks off a runner, that's a decent amount of money. Even 100 bucks off a runner is still good, considering if you're targeting $400 trades and that $400 trade turns into a $500 trade because you left a runner. I may start doing that now. I'll try to take off everything and leave a runner, because there have been days where I just kept, like yesterday, right? It ripped a lot after. But here's the thing, when you do hold a runner, you have to hold it to a specific target. You can't just hold a runner expecting price to just continue going, you know, up for the rest of the day. Like if you do hold a runner, maybe you take like most off at this level, and then you have another level up there that you're like, all right, I'm gonna hold a runner to that level. So you have to have a specific level you hold a runner to, not just holding it and not knowing when to sell. But that's one thing, because I've been listening to what's his name, Jesse Livermore, Livermore, yeah, I think that's his name. And that's like one thing he was saying, like to you got to learn how to hold runners. You got to learn how to capitalize on your winning trades. Like when you do have a good winning trade, try to capitalize as much as you can on that winning trade and not just get freaked out at the slightest. But obviously you have to have a plan, not just like randomly, you know. Yeah, and I know a lot of people do, like I think TJR does this, where he'll have a bunch of levels set, right? So he'll enter into a trade and you'll have a bunch of levels set as like liquidity points. So I don't know his formula, how he does it, but he'll take some off at the first level, take some more at a second level, take some more at a third level. So he'll start scaling out of his position as price goes. So he won't do like a full TP. He'll start scaling out, which, I mean, so, but like for me, I do get a lot of times where price does hit my TP and then reverses right off my TP. So then those times I'm like, I'm glad I didn't hold a runner. But like holding one contract, right, and leaving it as a runner, like if I get stopped out at break even on one contract and make, say, $100 less than I would have, I mean, it's like, yeah, but then there's other times where price really runs and you end up making, so it's tough to say. All right, let me see if I can, I don't know if this is going to be a smart idea, but I may give it a try. I think it's worth a try. Oh, you use the fib levels? I use like liquidity levels, right? Like levels like highs, internal highs. Like if you look, crap, I just moved my, hold on. Right, like if I was in a short, like if, for example, if you took a short here, right? This is a level, this is a level, this is a level, this is a level, and you just kind of keep going. You see these major swings that price has in price, and those are all kind of like levels. But, alright, I accidentally moved my, alright. But yeah, however you mark your levels, I mean, if it works for you, if you use fib levels and it works, that's great. Like, that's the thing. Anything in trading, if you're doing something in trading that nobody else does, but it works for you, like, how can someone else tell you not to use something if it works for you? Gosh, this price is like, it's moving up, but at a snail pace. Like, we're getting good swings, but like very like sideways 1 minute swings. Not getting any good like movement. Kind of pushes up a little bit and has a big pullback, and then pushes up a little bit and has a big pullback. Like, it pushes up to where it barely takes out the high and then drops. Like here, it took out the high. It took out the high and then dropped. And here too, it took out the high and then it dropped. Now, like, is it going to come back up, take out this high one more time and then drop and keep doing that? How many years experience trading the market? And what about profit and whole career? If I can ask. I've been trading for about 2 years full time. Now, profit wise, I'm not sure, to be honest with you, because I used to trade options, right? I used to trade a live account in options. So, I mean, I've made money here and there. But like consistency, I haven't been like, just recently have I actually, like, this strategy has been consistent for me. My goal is to take out, if I continue doing what I'm doing with this strategy that I'm using on my other accounts, not this account, on my other accounts, I should be able to take a $20,000 payout in December. As long as I'm disciplined and I keep doing what I'm doing right now, and I continue at the pace that I'm going at, I should be able to take a $20,000 payout in December. And then hopefully, if I continue staying disciplined, right, I can continue taking $20,000 payouts December, January. But being patient is the key to that. Oh, and TikTok's giving me another inactivity BS thing. Here it begins. The puzzle time. But yeah, trading's hard. It takes a lot of, and I've been trading full time for 2 years, and even before that, I was learning about trading, like, for a while, right? Just for fun. I was learning about it, got super interested in it. Freaking kidding me, dude. Oh, error. All right, let me quickly, I need to quickly log out of my, what's it called? Hold on. Now it won't even let me, bro, I swear. Hold on. I'm gonna quickly log out of my platform and then log back in real quick. I'm gonna do the puzzle thing, and for some reason I can't. Yeah, it keeps giving me an error message. So I'm gonna log out real quick and then. You may see a yellow screen or what, or a what's it called? Oh. Yeah, so give me a second. Let me. Still giving me error message. Hold on. Every network error, network error, network error, network error. Come on, TikTok. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I hate these freaking stupid puzzle verifications. Like, I'm not a robot and... Alright, now it's working. I need to get a better computer. That's what I need to do. But TikTok... If TikTok allowed Apple, we would be in a good spot. But... Nice. Oh my god. I literally just... Well, give me a second. Alright, I'm good now. Logging back in. Yeah, I'm logging back in. I just needed to do a verification for TikTok. For some reason, when I'm logged into my brokerage, I think it's my my computer. It has issues. It's not built for what it's running. So I need to get a new. I need to get another. And that's the sucky part, is I have a really good computer, but I can't use it for TikTok. So it's about to come on now. Give me like a minute. It's loading up already. We're almost there. Any day now. Hopefully it didn't hit my level. Did it hit my level? Oh, crap. Come on. I don't understand why TikTok has such an issue with Apple. Like, why can't you make it... Like, why not? Why can't I use an Apple computer to live stream on TikTok? Why is that such a big problem? Is that because they're super safe and it's just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Alright. We're back on. Alright, we're still good. Hold on. Oh, we're having so much trouble. Welcome to a no news day. Bro, this is like... This has been such a repeat thing of price actually dumping, making a decent move, and then just going sideways for these no news days. It is making higher lows, higher low. So it is like wanting to go higher, but... Chop Central. Yeah, this is like more of a scalper's scalper's paradise. Day before NFP. Do we have an NFP tomorrow? What news do we have? What's tomorrow looking like? Yeah, NFP tomorrow. What does tentative mean? What does that mean when it says tentative? For the time. And we have PMI tomorrow. PMI at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So we got a lot of news tomorrow. So tomorrow should be a good price action day. Is there some kind of table? What does tentative mean? What's the definition of tentative? Tentative describes something that is not definite or certain, but rather temporary. It may be changed or late. Oh, so it may be changed. Oh, you know why probably? It's because of the government shutdown. So maybe it was supposed to come out, but because of the government shutdown, it's tentative. So it may not, like it may come out tomorrow or it may not, depending on, yeah, okay, it makes sense. But we do have 10 a.m. news tomorrow. Yeah, because I was like, I've never seen that before, tentative. But it makes sense. Man, we're still... I was looking for a short off this fair value gap right here, but this imbalance, it's not going there though. Don't drop now. We're trending below that 5-minute opening range, so like I said, we're still bearish. I mean, until it gets above that, into that 5-minute range and starts getting bullish, we're rejecting view up, or overall sentiment is still. Oh crap, don't leave me. Chop day. Oh, I got the hiccups. Crap. Damn. For my other accounts, I need four more trades to pass my other accounts. So I'm not really too worried about those. I'm going to be patient with those. Damn, it's dropping. Yeah, looks like it's consolidating. But man, I wanted to scalp this imbalance right there. It was close. It got really close to that, like less than 10 points away from that imbalance, but never got there. I wanted to scalp it short. Now, wow. Now we're going for dropping like crazy. That's what it's called when that's why when it forms all these lows, right? All this kind of liquidity, and then it comes down and takes out all that liquidity. So It may take out that liquidity and start moving back up, but yeah, this is kind of crazy. This is a market where you like, this is a scalper's market. The people scalping for like 10 points, 20 points, this is where they shine. $6.2K as a scalper. Yeah, scalping is difficult though. I feel like scalping is harder than like holding a longer term trade, because scalping, like you have to have a strategy too. You can't, you know, obviously but you can't just scalp just because price going up, so you want to just scalp this 10 points right quick. Like, it'll work sometimes, but I feel like you have to have a strategy where a defined rule base where to take a scalp. Some people use candlesticks, some people use, let's see, like right now we're took out most of this, like 90% of this liquidity, and now we're ripping back up. Fair value gaps some people use, inverse fair value gaps. I mean, there's so much ways to do it that I think it's so much easier. I think it's harder. The problem with scalping is it does give you that dopamine hit, right? Like, you're right a lot of the times, right? Because like when you're taking 10-point scalps, it's not hard to be right. But the problem is with like NASDAQ, the way it moves, sometimes you could be right, but because of the volatility, you get stopped out, right? So for example, say you went long, price goes up a little bit, comes back, stops you out, and then rips right in your direction. So that's just the only issue, is you don't, for scalping NASDAQ, you don't give it the breathing room that it needs. Like when you have a specific direction that you think price is gonna go in, and you take that direction, and you have like, you know, you have a stop below a certain low, then it makes sense, and you're allowing price to kind of do its thing before it moves up. I think that's why I love it, the dopamine. Yeah, it does give you a dopamine hit. But the scalping part, it could get dangerous at the same time, because like for me, I typically get like 1, maximum 2 good setups a day. Like 1, sometimes 2 setups a day with my other strategy that I'm like, the strategy I'm patient for, right? So, but with scalping, you could like sit there and take trades all day if you wanted to. So it's like the over trading aspect of scalping is very difficult. Like, I still think even if you scalp, I still think you have to have a certain rule base, meaning if I take 3 losses in a row, I'm done for the day. Or if I take 2 losses in a row, I'm done. If I take a win and another winning trade, maybe I'm done for the day. If I take a win and a losing trade, maybe I allow myself one. So you have like a rule base of protecting yourself, because last thing you want to do is go on tilt and continue scalping and blow your account. So the over trading aspect is very difficult with scalping. And you get, like, for me, you get crazy anxiety scalping, because when you're scalping for 10 points, like, your entry is already so close to your stop loss that, like, any little movement can take you out. Like, these accounts I'm gonna be scalping, so the other accounts are different strategy. These are my scalping accounts. So I am going to be like taking like, you know, very quick scalps on these accounts just to have some fun with them. But I still have rules, right? It's not like I'm just trying to trade in random areas. Like, I wanted this imbalance right here. That's what I wanted. I was looking, I would have taken a short if price came up to this This imbalance right there. Price came up there, I would have taken a scalp short, but price never went there. $24,900. It's possible. It definitely is possible. We're very bearish right now. We're very bearish until price says otherwise. Oh, my bad. My bad. This market is just not giving me anything. But, oh, Apex is back to 80% off. So right now, Apex back to 80% off, and they have, I believe, $85 lifetime activation fees till like October 16th. I got an email from them. So now is the time to like really, that lifetime PA fee is what saves you a lot of money, because $85 for a lifetime PA fee. It's normally $140 for the lifetime fee. So $85 is you save a lot of money. So 80% off and $85 lifetime PA fees, all evaluation accounts, any size. 80% off for the first month and 50% off reoccurring months. Resets are $50. I don't know why you would reset when you could just buy an account for $33. So never reset an account. Always cancel them. If you blow an account, always cancel, and then you could rebuy it again at $33 with the 80% off. Special eval pricing: the $150, $250, $300,000 accounts are all priced the same at $397. Then apply the 80% off, and they're only $79 for the first month. So that $150, $250, $300,000 accounts are $79 for the first month. But you do have a higher profit target to reach. The sale ends October 16th, 11:59 p.m. So the thing that's the most beneficial for me is the $85 lifetime. That's why I need to pass. I'm being patient for my other accounts because I want to capitalize on that $85. I have till the 16th. But yeah, so back to 80% off. Take profits still 40% off. I think. Let me make sure, because I always double check every day. Yeah, still 40% off. Take profits 40% off, no activation fees. So, but right now, Apex is still cheaper than it's around the same price when you factor in the $85. So right now, as of right now, Apex is the better. Apex is technically the better deal, as of right now. We're still dropping. Oh my god. All right, what time is it? Oh, it's 10:56. Yeah, I'm gonna be hopping off soon because it's 11 o'clock. I don't think we're gonna get much movement out of this price. It was a no news Thursday, thanks to the government shutdown. So we're just ranging sideways. It's a good day to just kind of like stay out of this price action and, you know, possibly come back tomorrow for some good price action. We have news tomorrow, actually. So we should get some movement tomorrow. But right now, I mean, we're bearish, right? We're bearish. Until price really starts breaking out of these highs and starts showing an uptrend higher, I think for me, for this to turn bullish, these highs would need to get broken with strength, and then a pullback back to these as support. So that pullback back as support, start moving back up, that's the confirmation for me that this thing wants to go higher, right? So that's why I say wait for confirmations. Don't just try to, you know, just get in just because it's moving up a little bit. But that would be the confirmation in terms of market shifting bullish, and we would be above VWAP at that point. As long as price stays below VWAP, stays in this kind of area, it's bearish, right? Because it could come back up, it could take out these highs, and then it could drop right back down. So be careful. Don't blow your accounts. You know, if the setup's not there, there's no reason to force anything. There's always tomorrow, right? Be patient. Understand that every stupid trade you take and take a loss on, you have to make that money back in order to be back just to break even, right? So you take a loss, assuming it's a 1-to-1 ratio. You take a loss, you have to make that loss back and then make another winning trade just to get back into profit. So just be patient, right? Be patient for the good setups. If they're not there, don't take them. Or if you're itching to take a trade, have accounts that you take seriously, that you're very patient for, good setups, and then buy like one evaluation account and just scalp it just to get that freaking dopamine out of your system. If you're like, if you can't sit still without taking a trade, then have an account that you're fine with blowing, that you're just gonna try to have fun. But I think you should like force yourself and learn how to be disciplined in a market where there's no trades, because that's what separates you. Being disciplined and sitting on your hands when there's nothing there, and then capitalizing on the moves that when they do come and the days that do come. With copy trading, you don't need to take a trade every single day. With copy traded accounts, you can take 1 to 2 trades a week and make very good money. So don't focus on the money, focus on the process, and that will get you a long ways if you focus on the process. But as long as you focus on the money, it won't get you far. Process gets you money. Money doesn't get you a process. So all right, I'm gonna stop yapping. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow, 9:30. So I'll be back again live 9:30. So if you're around, stop by, hop by, scroll by, hop in, and hopefully we get some good price action tomorrow. Turn off computer, less stress. Amen to that. Turn it off, walk away, be flat on the day. You don't have to worry about any positions. Once I hop off, I don't care what the market does. To be honest with you, I don't care. I only care what the market does when I'm sitting there watching price action. When I hop off the computer, I'm not thinking about the market. I'm thinking about maybe my strategy. I'm listening to I listen to trading trading clips, right? Like Jesse Livermore. I recommend him. Listen to him. The dude is not an influencer. Dude has been gone for a long time. He passed away in 1940. The dude made over $100 million in trading back in the early 1900s. So the dude knows a thing or two about successful trading. So people like that, listen to those kind of YouTube clips, and they talk a lot about psychology, why most traders fail, all this. It does help. So that's kind of what I do on the off time, but I don't think about the charts really. But yeah, so peace out. What's his name? Type in on YouTube. It's a great YouTube video, especially if it's not like a watching, it's a listening. So if you're doing something random, put it on and just listen to it. Bro, he spits so much valuable information in there. This is a slept on thing. These old school traders are so slept on. Everyone tries to listen to these modern day course selling, Discord selling, influencers. But listen to the people who've actually made over $100 million and have verified, proven track record of knowing what they're doing, right? So his name is, let me make sure I got it right. So Jesse Livermore. So I'll type it. I'll type it in and you can put on YouTube Jesse Livermore, why most traders fail. What he says is the exact reason why most traders fail, and it's facts. All right, I'm typing it right now. Hold on. So, wait, did it do it? What the heck? Did it not? What the heck? It didn't do it. It's... There it is. So that's how it is. That Jesse Livermore. I'm telling you, listen to it. Give it a try, and you'll learn. You should learn something from it. But that being said, I'm gonna hop off here. We're getting lower. We're not. Yeah, it's still dropping. So, peace out, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Have a good one.